Can you see me?
Wait a minute. It's gonna pop up right here on the join. Waiting for me to join.
There we go. Now add you there.
Wait a minute. I
Hold
just
on.
got that part good. You
Yep.
know how it is when you're
Now
challenged?
at the bottom it would say it would. Yep. Now
At
there you go.
It says wave.
You should see like a little camera with a plus sign. There you go. A little camera with a plus sign.
I'm working on it. I can see her.
Yeah.
She joined. I waved at her.
Yep. And if you look at the bottom at the screen, you should see like a little, like where the comment box is.
Yeah.
To the right of the comment box, it looks like a little camera with a plus sign.
That says question.
No, not question. You should see a camera with a plus sign.
See what happens when you're retired and you're challenged.
Today, send him a request.
When you're challenged, yeah, maybe she's.
Today's gonna send you a request to join.
She just joined.
Yeah, she's gonna send you a request to join the chat. Yep. That's my good friend there.
Yes.
What's up?
Yeah.
What's up, Wendy? You should see something saying Coach today is requesting to join.
Not yet. I see JJ, I am, and it's just say I am. Wait a minute, maybe it's coming through now.
Mm-hmm.
You waved. It says I am.
Hey, Wendy.
People are saying hi. I see all that.
Yeah, but you don't see where you can add you there.
No, it just says she waved. We waved.
Ask your daughter.
I did, but it doesn't let me.
It doesn't let.
She said she did, but it doesn't let her.
Oh wow. Let's see. Is your daughter still there?
And Jeanette.
What's up, Miss Wendy? We're talking to you guys from up north about why y'all should be why y'all should be moving down here to Florida. My good friend Coach Powell is going to talk to you guys about it.
How can I put you there?
Can he add one more? Could he add one more to the live?
I only thought 2 people can go on live at one time.
No, we could do like 3.
Okay.
Yeah, they're allowing us to do like.
Did she request?
Yeah.
Yeah, she requested, but she said it's not letting her to. But if he does have that the ad camera at the bottom of the screen, he should have like next to the comment box.
That's just that. I don't. It doesn't say that.
No.
It says turn off requests, turn off comments. No, it doesn't.
No, you don't have. Oh man. All right. Well, that's not no problem. That's no problem, Coach. We can still.
I'm gonna still rock and roll.
You still rock. I mean, that's all good. That's what we do, right?
That's what we do. Hey, we make sure we get it done. Be sharp. Get it done. Listen, okay. Since they told me, first thing a little bit about myself. I came from the north. I'm retired.
Mm-hmm.
I got down here. I've been here going on 6 years now. There's a number of reasons why you people from up north should move down south. I'm gonna talk about 5 of them. First one is cost of living.
Mm-hmm.
Second one is lifestyle. Third one is weather. Fourth one is beaches.
Mm-hmm.
Fifth one is access to major cities. Sixth one is natural beauty. And then the last one is housing market.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to run through all of them. Myself, I was a football coach. I was a university professor. I retired. I came down here one January to see my sister. My sister was a snowbird. Now I'll explain what that is in a minute. She was a snowbird and she lived in Sarasota. We came down in January.
Yeah.
We left the north. It was 28 degrees. We got down here. It was 65.
What?
It was 65 degrees and they were all saying it was cold. They were all dressed in jackets and I was like, oh my God. So that's how I got coached. That's how I came here. I told my wife and I looked at each other. She took us to the beach. We looked at each other and said, if this is their winter, we can do this.
We could do this.
And in 2 years, we were here.
Wow.
That day, when we got back north, this is how we left. It was 69 degrees here when we left. When we flew back to Maryland, we parked at a motel in Maryland. And the snow plow had plowed snow up against our car. We couldn't get our car out. We had to go in the hotel and get a shovel to dig our car.
Yeah. So
that morning at 9 o'clock, we got in like Sunday. 9 o'clock Sunday morning, I was at Human Resources. How can I get to this place? That's my story. So cost of living. First and probably most important question you ask when you move anywhere is how much does it cost to live?
Yeah.
How much does it cost just day to day? First thing down here, the housing prices are about average. It depends on what you want, where you want to live, and what you want to do. Mm-hmm. So they're about average. Day-to-day living, food, electricity, below average. Food is really above average. I don't know why in Florida. My funny thing is I live maybe 20 minutes, 30 minutes from the Gulf, and I'm paying twice as much as I pay up north for shrimp and fish. I don't understand that. Yeah, but hey, that's crazy. I live here. The Gulf is here. They're getting this stuff out the Gulf, Kevin. We're paying twice as much that I would pay. I was like, I don't understand that. But food prices are above normal. But what happens is, like we were saying before, we don't pay state income taxes. Mm-hmm. So that makes us significantly lower here to live. You know, I call it living the dream. My thing is living the dream. So it's really, if you break it all down and look at the electricity, I've been here almost 7 years, 6 years, 7 years. I think we turned on our heater once in the house. One time. So I now become a true Floridian. If it drops below 79, I'm cold.
You're cold. Yeah, me too.
I'm cold. It's dropping, and people are like, what's wrong with you? I'm cold.
See, look at this. Look.
Yeah, you're outside. I'm in the house, but you're outside. It's amazing.
Look at this.
If it drops below 79, I'm cold. So cost of living is a big factor.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a huge factor. Next factor is lifestyle. Mm-hmm. Kevin, if you're a boater, if you're a golfer, if you're a beach goer, if you don't like the beach, if you're married, if you're single, if you ride bikes, if you don't ride bikes, if you walk, if you run, if you ride motorcycles, if you play tennis, if you play golf, if you do anything outside, this is the place for you.
Yeah.
It's a mecca. This is the place for you. I mean, it's like families flock down here for the year. And what happened is when that tourism is a big boom for Florida's economy. We call them snowbirds, as you know.
Yeah.
Snowbirds are people who come down from the south to get here. They come right after rainy season and leave right before it gets super hot.
You know, I never knew the terminology snowbird until I got to Florida.
Absolutely.
Like I heard it before, but it wasn't something I was used to. And I know what it is now, and I want to be a snowbird right now.
A snowbird, yeah, snowbird. It's because it gets hot. It gets hot, but snowbird. Somebody put on there. It's 75 here today. Yeah, I'm cold. Yes, sir. Whoever wrote that, wrote in the comments. It's 75 here. I'm cold. It's 84 here today, and it was raining.
Yeah, and
so
it was raining and muggy.
Muggy. It was raining and muggy. So, cost of living is definitely one. Lifestyle is definitely one. Give you an example. I was reading somewhere, and they had the top 20 places of where to retire and where to live. And Florida had 11 of them.
Wow.
There was 11 of them. And I can give you the stats. There was 11 of the top 20 places here to live. Florida had 11 of them. Yeah. One was Punta Gorda. I think Fort Myers and Cape Coral was number 4. Mm-hmm. Sanibel, Naples, Sarasota, Villages. They're in the top. All those places are all in Florida, and they're in some of the top places to live. Well, no matter what your lifestyle is, whether you're old, whether you're young, whatever, that's what kind of lifestyle we have here in Florida. I mean, look, I live. Somebody wrote in D.C. Siesta Keys, and I'm going to get to the beaches in a minute. Siesta Keys is one of the best beaches, rated one of the top beaches in the country. So whatever you like to do, it's here. The lifestyle is here. The weather.
Yeah, I mean, I love the beaches. For me, it was about the beach. For me, honestly, it was about the beach.
Well, Kev, the beaches. If you look at but Kev, the beaches and the weather. The weather. Okay, right now we're starting to move towards rainy season. We enjoy some of the best weather in the country. Average temperature is like 82.4, average. Average low is 65. So when it hits 65, I'm cold.
Yeah, I'm freezing at 70.
Freezing 70. No, 79. Because I'm outside in the golf course and it's 79 and I'm dressed and they say, what are you, Nanook of the North?
Yeah.
What are you doing? I mean, it's just, the weather is phenomenal.
Yeah, Wendy, you got to come. I see Wendy keeps saying she got family down here. Wendy, you got to come down here, man. Get out of DC. Tell your husband, y'all get out of DC and come down, man.
So somebody wrote their father lives in Punta Gorda and that is boring. Yeah, but it's like, what do you want to do? If you want a slowed down lifestyle, but it's here in Southwest Florida, and I'm going to get to that when we talk to the ease to the major cities. That's 79 quarters the ease to the major cities. So yeah, it's whatever you want to do. Giving them, they don't call Florida the Sunshine State for nothing. I was reading that an article in Florida. They said 355 days out of the year we have sun.
Wow.
355. That means 10 days out of the year the sun doesn't shine. I've been here 7 days. We've been counting. I've never seen a year that it didn't shine for 10 days, unless there's a storm coming up. If we have a tropical storm or there's a hurricane, it might be 10, but it doesn't usually average 10. So that means rainy season is probably one of my best seasons. I came down here, up north when it rains all day. It's like the day is gone. It's going to rain. Here it might rain 15 minutes or it could rain a couple of hours. But the sun usually comes out and there's usually a sunset. I like rainy season, cloud formations, beautiful rainbows. I've never seen a double rainbow until I came here. Really? 2 rainbows. Look up in the sky and there's 2 rainbows in the sky. The cloud formation in the sky gets so pretty at sunset when that rainstorm comes through. It is so nice. I mean, it's just, the air is cleaner. It cleans out the air. It just makes it, everything is green. So the weather is a big factor here. So if you don't like the snow, this is the place. I left my show shovel up there. I didn't bring it. I didn't bring the scraper. A friend of mine that really, I guess he's one of the coaches that I used to coach with. He used to call me up. I'm getting ready to go to class in Maryland and I'm scraping at 9, like 8:45, I'm scraping off the window from the frost. Here comes my phone ringing. Hey man, what you doing? I'm on the golf course. What are you doing? You know what I'm doing. You know I'm getting ready to go to work. And you know what the temperature is because he already looked. So the weather is phenomenal here. Yeah. It is really good.
Oh, man.
Now, and coming down, look, and you don't really get to enjoy it. When you coming down once a year is fine. If you come down once a year and you want to be, but being that snowbird and being here, I mean, it's like everything is green. When you picture a northern day, the sky is gray. It's not blue. There's no leaves on the trees. It's brown. Everything's brown. Everything is dreary. Everybody's looking. When you come here, the sun is shining. The sun is shining. Everything's out. I mean, it's just a totally different world. And to be honest with you, you got to come and see it to believe it. Yeah. I'm telling you about it. You have to see it to believe it. The beaches, like you said the beaches were the one thing that you like. We are rated every year in the top beaches in the country. Not far from here. There's a number of them. Sanibel, Boca Raton. I also talk about the beaches, but fishing. I mean, you can fish right off the beach.
I love fishing.
I love fishing.
I love fishing.
I love it. There's a spot not far from us, Kevin, it's called Stump Pass. Stump Pass. Look it up. Yeah. Stump Pass is up in Inglewood, and it's a peninsula. That means the front side. So what we do is we walk down the front side, the Gulf of Mexico on the beach. I swear every time we go, we see dolphins jumping in the street down the beach. It's a mile down and a mile back. It's called Stump Pass. You walk all the way down and then you get to the pass where the boats pass. Yeah. You can turn around, and when you come back up, it's like you're in a tropical forest because you're in the woods, but the intercoastal's on the other side. For those of those that might not know, the intercoastal is where they do the kayaking, they do the fishing, they do the boating, they do the jet skis, and they're flying up and down the intercoastal, and you're walking up the middle of this peninsula covered with a tree cover and stump paths. Beautiful. I mean, and then you're getting shots of the turquoise blue water. I mean, it's probably one of the prettiest spots on earth. Now, north, yeah, you can do that. I mean, there's plenty of places I went up north for the spring and in the summer and that were. But this, I'm talking all year. I'm talking about you can go in January and be with short sleeves and flip flops in January. So the beaches. I mean, there is a number of great beaches. Also, not only that for down here, the beaches and I'll get to that probably when I get to the natural beauty. But the beaches down here are like. They're phenomenal. It's like there's no other. I mean, and it's all up and down what I call the 75-41 corridor from Sarasota to the Keys. I mean, and the water is just phenomenal. I mean,
Gulf of Mexico is
Gulf of Mexico.
I never really paid attention to the Gulf of Mexico until I got here. To be quite honest with you, I really wasn't paying attention to the Gulf of Mexico. Like now, you can't convince me. Yeah, can't convince me other.
Oh, yeah. No, and watch. The difference between Florida has basically anything you want. I think our side, where we live, Southwest Florida, is quieter. It's a slower atmosphere. It's not as much traffic. East side, Fort Lauderdale, Miami, Hollywood, all in that area. The 95 corridor. Oh, anything you want. As fast as you want. As major as you want. All the big cities, Lauderdale, Miami, Orlando is close to there, but that's going up the coast. One thing people don't realize about Florida, when you hit Florida, I remember my first time coming down here, Kev. I hit Florida in Jacksonville. I'm like, I'm here. We are 6.5, but almost 5.5 to 6 hours from Jacksonville.
Yeah,
and then that it's like. I'm like, wait a minute, it's saying that I have another 5.5 hours. Yeah, it is long. From Jacksonville to Miami, it's got to be almost 8 hours drive. So think about that. It doesn't seem like it when you. So my daughter says, my granddaughter came and said, Grandpa, I want to come and I want to go to Disney World. Do you know how far I live from Disney World? I live 3 hours from Disney World. She's like, oh, never mind. I don't want to come. Everybody thinks Florida, they think Disney World.
Yeah,
Florida is definitely not just Disney World. It is a totally different creature. And where we live, I mean, I call it living the dream. And people say, I want to come and see what living this dream is. Living the dream is just coming down there and just basically, it's also, I call it the okay corrals. Do what you want to do.
Yeah.
There's not a whole bunch of restrictions. There's not a whole bunch of things that you can't do. I see people jet skiing. I see people paddle boarding. I see people going in the water. It's just a nice area to be in.
I know the other day you did a deal over on the East Coast. I know you did a deal over on the East Coast the other day, and I know you're privy to the West Coast. If you had to make a I hate to throw you like it. If you had to make a choice, East Coast or West Coast?
My age right now, West Coast got to beat.
Yeah.
Now, younger people, I know the party life is out there. Not saying that it's not here, not saying that you can't find it, because Fort Myers, Naples, I'm sure you can find it. But when I went to the East Coast, Fort Lauderdale, first thing, I'm getting old. I can't take the traffic.
Yeah.
I was sitting in traffic and I couldn't believe how we were in so much traffic in Lauderdale and Miami. We went to South Beach and it's like, it stopped. I'm on the motorcycle and it's stop and go, stop and go, stop and go. The Keys, can't beat it. I'm sorry. Even some of the tropical islands, my Key story, we rode down on the Keys. A group of us went to the Keys on our motorcycles with the wives. Yeah. So we rode down. It was summer. We rode down during the day. Kevin, I thought I was a lobster. It was so hot. And then when we hit the Keys, we started hitting stop and go traffic. It was so hot. it was so hot. So I told my brother, he was like, well, I really don't like to ride at night. No. We need to ride at night.
Yeah.
We need to go back at night when it's dark. So, I mean, it's a little, it's not as safe, but it's phenomenal. So we're riding back from the Keys. Key West is naturally the furthest part south in Florida. It's the far in the United States that you can go. So we're riding back on Key West. We're on the 7 Mile Bridge. And I know people are going to say, yeah, right, this didn't. We're on the 7 Mile Bridge. We're rolling. We're on motorcycles now. We're rolling. Yeah. There was like 6 of us. We're rolling. To my right, a big full moon started rising over the water. And you can see it, and you can see, now picture this in you're flying down the road, and it's all water around you because it's a 7 Mile Bridge. The moon starts to rise on our right. On our left, and we're getting ready to talk about the weather, was a thunderstorm. So that means the skies were lighting up. The clouds, it was flashing like it was, and we're flying down the middle of this. It's not raining, but you can see the cloud formation in the sky. It was like this is like a movie. It's like this had to be a movie, but it was probably one of the best rides I've ever had coming out of Key West.
Wow.
So the weather, and the beaches. I mean, watch. If you want to bird watch, if you just want to sit there and put your toes in the water, sunsets are phenomenal.
The best. The best.
Kevin, I want everybody that's on here and everybody listening, when you get a chance, if you ever come here, I don't know if you're going to see it. The last spark of light that the sun gives off an emerald green flash. And it's milliseconds. You got to be looking and you got to be watching the last light. Sometimes you can catch it. You can't catch it all the time. The last light of the sunset as it goes down, and we caught it one night. I'm like, there it is. We saw it. It's like an emerald flash. It's a bright green flash. You can look it up. They have a word for it, but it's like, I mean, some of these sunsets we have here, and I'm telling you, either after it rains or even during the rainy season and dry season, the sunsets look like postcards. People here, when we first got here, people here go to celebrate the sunsets. They have their wine glasses, they have their wine, they have their cheese, they have their little dog. They all go, and like, usually up north, when the sun starts to set, people are walking off the beach. Down here, they're walking on the beach to sit there with their wine glasses and their cheese and their crackers to watch the sunset. I've never seen that before. That's what they do. Yes. Hey, Kev, I know you also see it. Also, we were going to the sunset, and the lady was pushing a buggy, a baby buggy. And I'm like, oh, she got a baby. I look in the baby buggy, and it's a dog. They put their dogs here in baby buggies. Yeah, they do that everywhere. I'm like, oh no, I ain't never seen that. I'm sorry, I know if they knew that. Look, and so that means the dog is walking the people, because the people aren't walking the dog, because the dog is sitting up there like he's a little baby in the baby buggy. I've never seen that until I came here. The puppies are spoiled. The puppies are spoiled during the baby buggies, but it's just a different. It's just a different, and I have to admit, I think it's because we call the sunshine state, and the sun is always shining, and it's always nice. So I guess it looks like everybody's happy. Yeah, everybody's happy in Florida, man. Everybody's happy and they're friendly, and it's like, you're talking to me. It's like, it's not a northern vibe at all. Yeah, it's different. It's not a northern vibe. So rainy season, it's gonna rain, and look, every day, every afternoon, almost every afternoon, you can almost count it. It's coming. It's only going to rain it could rain from anywhere from 15 minutes to an hour. But it's going to stop. It's going to turn hot. The sun's going to come out, and it's going to set. And it's going to be a beautiful sunset. So I love it. Like where I am right now, I love coming out back here. Oh, yeah. And I showed you my my new putting green. So. Oh, yeah. Oh, yes. Oh, yeah. Yeah, absolutely. But, look. So the next one is easy access to major cities. Yeah. The 75 corridor, Tampa, Sarasota. Sarasota is any kind of price range you want. Sarasota, Tampa, all the way down to Miami, all the way down to the Keys, all the way across to Orlando, all the way up to Jacksonville. It's a conglomerate. If you wanna go designer shopping where they have designer shops, Naples. I mean, you can't get much more.
Beat that, yeah.
You can't. You can't. Yeah. Oh yeah, it's up there. Yeah, they shrugging their shoulders. You know, it's Naples. Or you can go to Tampa. Tampa has. Think about it. Tampa,
Everything.
Orlando, major sports.
Pete, don't forget St. Pete.
St. Pete's. Oh, St. Pete's, Clearwater. If you get St. Pete's, Clearwater is where you got to go. If you want the beach, St. Pete's, Clearwater.
Yeah.
And there's a little spot up there called Indian Head.
Mm-hmm.
Like to get a condo on the beach on Indian Head, right there. But it's right below Clearwater. Indian River. It's called Indian River. Excuse me, not Indian Head. It's called Indian River. Kevin, it's a quaint little spot. They got all these condos on the beach, reasonable. I looked at the Airbnb condos on the beach, reasonable, right there on the Gulf of Mexico. I mean, you can't beat that. They got a place down here near Sarasota called Bean Point. Mm-hmm. Bean Point is where Boca Raton and the Gulf of Mexico connect. It's at the point. It's at the tip, right off of Sarasota. It's supposed to be one of the most secured beaches and secluded beaches, because it's like you're riding down and you don't know there's a beach there because it has tree coverings on the front. The road is covered with like forest. It looks like a forest. And then you get the canopies where they're growing across the top, so you're going underneath and it's a canopy. Mm-hmm. But if you're in the bird watching, if you're in the shell hunting, shark's tooth, all that is here. I mean, you have people. My wife looks up sand dollars, bringing up big sand dollars that are right there at the beach. Kevin, you said you like fishing. There's a spot off of Boca Raton. You go across the bridge and they tell you where to go. They tell you where it is. You can catch your own bait, and they're called sand fleas. Mm-hmm. And these sand fleas are my granddaughter joined. These sand fleas are you can scoop them. You scoop them and it's like you're shifting for gold, and all of a sudden these little things start wiggling in your bucket, and they're sand fleas. Yeah. And the sheephead love them. They're like candy to the sheephead. So
you know what's so crazy, Coach? You've only been here 6 years.
Only been 6 years. Oh, but guess what? I planned this out for 10. I was doing this 10 years before we got here. Believe me, I had planned this out 10 before we got here, so I knew a lot of this. Go ahead.
Of course.
Say it again.
It makes sense to plan.
It makes sense. Well, Kevin, I'd be dreaming. We were dreaming on our porch. We'd be sitting there bundled up in big jackets and boots, sitting on the porch. It's raining and snowing, and we're talking about what we're gonna do. I told my wife, when I get to Florida, I said, I want to look at you every day and say, what toy are we going to play with today? Yeah. We're going to play with the boat. We're going to play with the kayak. We're going to ride the motorcycle. We're going to ride the bikes. Are we going to walk? Are we going to fish? What toy are we going to play with today?
Are you going to jump in the pool?
Are we going to jump in the pool? The main thing now is go from the pool to the hot tub. Jump in the pool and cool off. And then get in the hot tub, and I'm telling you, it feels like somebody's sticking little pins in your skin, because it's like we call it's just it's just you get a twinge when you go from the pool to the hot tub. But guess what? That's what living the dream is. We do that now. We look up, we wake up and say, what do you want to do today? Hey, let's go to the beach. Let's go to the beach. Let's walk the beach. Hey, let's take the kayak. Let's take the kayak to Bean Point. Let's jump on the boat. Hey, let's ride the bikes. We're going to ride the bikes. Just going to ride around the neighborhood. Let's go for a walk. Watch, Kevin. Most of you up here, because I never saw it until I came here, saw a manatee. We're fishing one day off the pier, and the manatee comes underneath. This looked like a submarine. Yeah, they're huge. They're huge. And it was two of them came underneath us. So now we have a little park here that's not far from us. Like 30 minutes, 20 minutes from us. We go to the park, and there's manatees that swim up the channel. So you can see them swimming up the channel. Huge. They're huge. They're huge. But it's just amazing. It's just an amazing sight to see them. So natural beauties, and I guess major access to cities. We have major access to cities. Tampa Bay has what? They have Tampa Bay Buccaneers. They have the Marlins, not the Marlins, but
Rays.
the baseball, the Rays. So
Rays.
they have major teams.
And then
They have major theaters. They have major. I think one of the biggest spots there is called Riverwalk.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Whereas it runs along the river and you can walk it, you can ride bikes. There's skating down there. It's just a cultural collection of people in Tampa. So it has everything you want. So what I do is,
have you been out to Canaveral?
Say it again.
Have you been out to Cape Canaveral?
Oh yeah. Well, we went to Cape Canaveral. What happened? And saw one of the things launch. We were going on a cruise, and the launch was going off. So we saw the rocket go off.
Yeah, yeah.
So it's like, yeah. I'm in Cape Canaveral. I mean, Orlando.
Yeah.
Major amusement parks, all in Orlando. SeaWorld. I mean, there's all kinds. There's all kind of things to do. And if you drive down Orlando at night, if you're going down night, I think it's, what is it, 20? No, number 4, Route 4 at night. They have the big Ferris wheel all lit up. It looks like it's a carnival going on.
Yeah, you see that on International Drive.
International Drive. It's on International Drive, but you can see it from 4 as you walk. It goes right through the city. So it's great that you have those major cities. And like I said, the Keys, and all of them are really a short drive. It's really not that far when you live in Southwest Florida. When you live in Central Southwest Florida, it's any of them a couple of hours and you're there.
Yeah, it's a hop, skip, and jump.
Hop, skip, and jump.
Yeah.
So major sports cities. I mean, you can go see major sport events. Miami Dolphins are right here. The Marlins are here. So it's, say it again. Basketball. I mean, whatever. And not only that, museums and like I said, designer clothes. You can it's all here. It's the lifestyle here again is shorts and flip flops. Shorts and flip flops. You know, look, my funny story is, like, we went to church. Now we go to church here. We went to this mega church. Kevin, I'm telling you, this mega church had like, I know it had 500 people. We go into mega church. This is our first time. We walk in, and I'm tied down, suit down, she's with a dress, and everybody else got on shorts and a t-shirt and polo, and we're looking. So they knew we knew. Like, we stood out. Like, okay, well, you knew. You knew. So it's just a down home, comfortable, easy lifestyle.
Man, and I want to eat some biscuits and gravy right now.
Oh yeah. See, now I'm on a diet. Why you want to do it to me? I'm on a diet. But yeah. Oh, Kevin, you know what? Anything else you want to hear? I mean, seafood. I didn't talk about the seafood. Seafood. All of them. Spanish. I mean, Mexican. Whatever your preference is, it's here.
It's here. Yeah.
It's here. So, and if you can't find it where we are, like, it might not be here in Cape Coral, because I think we picked Cape Coral. Well, Cape Coral, where I live in Cape Coral, is surrounded by like 2 major highways, not highways, but 2 major roads. Andalusia is one of them. Pine Island is the other. When I come off Pine Island and turn into my neighborhood, it looks like everything slows down. It gets quiet and it slows down, and just no woosah. It's just quiet. I can go out my backyard and I can see rabbits running. I can see birds. You know what? I've never the wildlife here, and and talking about the natural beauty, fishing and bird watching. And one day there was something that must have died in our backyard, right behind us, and like one of the lots next to us. A bald eagle came down. Well, there was some. What do they call the buzzards or whatever that were there. When the bald eagle came. And I saw him, you've seen him in pictures. I never really seen him.
How big
this bald eagle came that when he landed, everybody got out the way. All the buzzards got out the way. They left. He stood like a little kid. He was like 3 to 4 feet tall.
They big.
They're huge. I couldn't believe how big he was.
Yeah.
And he was like right in our backyard. And it was like, look. And I'm like, look. It was a bald eagle with the white plume and the white. He was huge. I know his wingspan had to be 7 to 8 feet. When he opened up the wings,
Yeah.
He looked like a little kid, like 3 to 4 feet high off the ground.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. I seen him here in our
yeah,
neighborhood.
I mean, all kind of water. And I work on a golf course, so that means
Oh, you see him.
there's a lot of lakes. There's a
Mhm.
lot of lakes on our golf course. So there's a lot of creatures. And you know what? If they don't bother you, if you don't bother them, they're not going to bother you.
Yeah.
You go over there and start messing with them or doing something crazy that you know you shouldn't be. Anybody that lives in Florida anytime knows that it's getting, anytime dusk to dawn, when it's starting to be little dust, you don't go near the water, especially if you have a little poodle. You're walking your little poodle down by the water. You're ringing the dinner bell, ding 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 ding, because he's probably sitting there watching.
He watching.
He's watching, and he's quick out the water, and he's trying to pull you to the water. So the lady one of the ladies, not on our side, but on the other side, got hurt trying to save her poodle because she was walking him near the water. Any fresh water in Florida, you don't go in because he might be there.
There's a
great chance. But I think that's part of the beauty. It's part of the. You know what else I noticed? Anybody that's about natural beauty and where our animals here are smaller. If you look at the rabbits and the squirrels, they're smaller and they're skinnier. And I'm like, why? Because of the heat. Because they have to be able to take this heat. So they're not as big and plump as they are up north.
Not fluffy like that.
They're not big and fluffy like they are up north. So they have to be able to take the heat. So Kevin, let me ask you this. What's your favorite beach?
Me? Naples.
Yes. Like Naples?
Beach. Actually, we go to Naples Beach. We go down to 2nd Ave. We park up on Ave and we go down to the little cut. We've kind of like had this little cut that we go out to all the time. That's where we go. We don't. Sometimes we'll go to Fort Myers Beach. There's a spot on Fort Myers Beach we like, but 9 out of 10 times we'll go to Naples Beach.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like north. There's a place up north called Turtle Bay.
Mm-hmm.
Turtle Bay is, watch this. That shows cheapness. Turtle Bay is just south of Siesta Key.
Mm-hmm.
And Siesta Key is rated one of the top 7, 8 beaches in the country. I know it's in the top 5. A lot of people though. I mean, during the season, there's a lot of people. You go to Turtle Bay, which is just south, not as many people. Siesta Key has got a lot of nightlights on it, a lot of bars, but it's a really pretty beach, and it's right there. And then you go a little farther, then you go to Clearwater. But there's a place up there called Turtle Bay. But we really like Stump Pass. Stump Pass, you get the best of both. You get the beach, and you get the intercoastal where you can watch these boats go flying. These people are flying on jet skis. So Stump Pass is really nice. But there's another one up there that's called Blind Pass, which is above. We are beach connoisseurs.
Yeah, no, never been up there. I find one and I stick to it.
Yes, but these are nice. I mean, and I you know what I was looking for? I was looking for that Caribbean water.
Yeah.
When we first got here, I think Fort Myers had it, and then when they started releasing, from the O. It never. I don't think it ever came back to that same color. I'm looking for that turquoise blue. Make me fall in love.
But that's why I'm down to Naples, because down in Naples, down on 2nd Ave, we get that experience.
Yes.
We get, and that's why I'm kind of like privy to Naples, is because of that. The quality of the beach, the sand. It's nicer, in my opinion. You know, it's as close as I would want to get to when I get back to the Caribbean. And that's another reason why, because of get to the island as fast as I can.
Absolutely. And I think the last one, Kevin, is the housing market. I mean, there's a lot of areas that you can live in Southwest Florida, and it depends on basically what you want to do. But the housing, up until this craziness is starting to happen, the housing market was you could find what you want in Southwest Florida.
Yeah.
And it wasn't that expensive. It can be if you want it. It can be exclusive if you want it. It can be as luxurious as you want it. But I found that the housing market here, you can find whatever you want at a reasonable price. And, you know, that is not over. If you want to have something with space, and I like space. I don't want you to jam me into. I've been jammed already. I don't want you to jam me into.
Yeah, that's a different. Like, you know what? Yeah, that's different.
I want to. You know what? Right now, and I'm probably going to be spoiled. We have a house that nobody. We own the lot behind us. We bought the house and a lot. That means nobody will ever live behind us until we go into the grand. She's on here now, unless she wants to build on it or whatever.
Yeah.
But I like the open space.
Mm-hmm.
The open space and what I want. I mean, I like to do things. I don't want you to tell me that I can't hang a towel over my chair, or I can't. I can't put a car on my grass, or so
No HOAs.
no HOAs, no HOA. Tell me what color I have to paint my house and what color I mean, guess what? That's okay. You know what? But in that light, Kevin, it is. I can see where it does work and it does help, because that way you get people that take advantage of that. Mm-hmm. We got guys back here with 5 boats in their yard and 2 tugboats. What is a tugboat doing in your yard? It's a work.
Tugboat.
Tugboat. Has a tugboat in the yard. So
that's crazy.
The housing market, the best thing about it, when you become down here and you become a homeowner, is the homestead exemption. They give you a break for buying a house here in Florida. So no income taxes. You get a break for buying your house.
No income taxes.
No income tax. It's like that in itself is going to save you money. We have a lot of people, as you know, coming down thinking from New York, Minnesota. My guy in Minnesota said, I should become a resident now. I have an address. I have a house. All he has to do is change his driver's license. Mm-hmm. He now saves in those taxes. Taxes in Connecticut, taxes in New York, taxes are killing people. Mm-hmm. And imagine if you're retired and you're trying to live and pay those taxes. That hurts people.
And live comfortably too.
And live comfortably and try to live comfortably. That really puts a burden on a lot of people. So those are mine. Those are mine for moving to Southwest Florida. I mean, there's a lot more. There's a lot more I could probably say about it, but I'm living the dream. I'm living the dream.
I love it. I've been here since 2005, and I ain't going nowhere.
Yeah, no. She said, "Do you want to go back and we could bury you?" No, you have to find a nice spot under the tree, next to some water right here, and put me in. So I'm good. Kevin, I'm watching football, and I'm big football. I'm watching football. I'm in my hot tub or I'm in my pool, and I look at the screen and I see the breaths coming out of these guys. And I'm like, you know what? It is January. So I don't think I can take the cold anymore.
Yeah, me too, man.
We told our daughter, my son, if you're going to have a baby, please have it in July. Time this thing, because I'm not coming in winter. I'm having it in July.
Man.
I'm a true Floridian.
It doesn't take much. It doesn't take much. It really, really doesn't take much. I mean, we went out to California the other day, and we were looking at the quality of life there versus quality of life here, looking at the housing market, everything that you said, from the food to, we didn't touch schools. I mean, obviously, you're retired, so you didn't really get into the schools, but for the families and stuff like that, we looked at schools, we looked at accessibility, we looked at, the quality of life, the people. And there's everything that you're saying, everything that you mentioned, and everything that you're saying is the pros for why we love Florida so much, everything, and I think the kids love it. The kids really, really, really love it. And, like you said, your granddaughter asked you how to get to Disney. We have 5 kids, and every single one of them has been to Disney at least 4 or 5 times already.
Yeah, it's like Disney doesn't mean the same for them. It's like you're here. That's just Disney. So we haven't did the mark, but just the lifestyle, the water. I mean, I really truly believe Florida lifestyle adds years to your life. It's like, I really believe that. It's like, you hear your doctor talking about, you need to get more vitamin D, but every time you go out, that sun is beaming. And it could be cool and the sun is still warm. The sun is there. You're in the sun, it's still warm.
Yeah, Florida's beautiful, man.
It's beautiful. I mean, it's always green. You watch, Kevin, and we're big into plants. We're beginning. If you come to my backyard, I told my wife, I want my pool to be an oasis. I just want plants all over. Kevin, Florida, you can snap a branch off a tree, stick it in the ground, water it, it'll grow.
It'll grow.
I've never seen that. What people, I used to wonder why people call them rubber tree plants. Rubber tree plants. I see why. Those rubber plants that you have in your house that are little, maybe 2-3 feet, are trees here.
They're real trees.
Chipperero, philodendron, the rubber tree are trees. There's a thing. There's a plant out here called a philodendron. It's called a 5-finger or finger philodendron. That thing is as big as my shoulders and my chest. And I'm looking at this as like, this is a house plant.
That's a house plant.
So those little house plants that we have up north, they're trees down here, and they're growing just wild, just growing. That's what I mean. And my wife, we literally took a rubber tree plant, broke a piece off, stuck it in the ground. It started. A yucca plant did the same thing. Cut a piece off, stuck it in the ground. It started growing.
Yeah,
and it's growing out of control now.
Plants? Did I give you one of my yucca plants? Because I got a yucca plant in the side of the house that just stuck it in the ground. And
well, you know, she's got aloe vera plants all over the place. So yeah, I just stick it in the ground, it starts growing.
Stick it in the ground and it grows, man.
I've never seen it. Oh, wait a minute. The other one is what is it called? It's called like an elephant foot plant. It's like it has a big bulb on the bottom. It's a tree. It's in the backyard. That thing is 12, 13 feet tall.
Wow.
With a bulb. I bet you the bulb is at least 6 feet across. It's a tree, and at home there are little teeny plants about this big. They're doing, and watch, and they can't get them to grow. Before we got here, we could not grow a palm tree. We used to have palm trees in the house. You know, you put them in the house. My wife is going to kill them. Those in Ficus Benjamins. My wife is going to kill them. We come down here. We can't. We have to find where we're going to put it.
Yeah, you got to get it.
Too much. We got to cut it down because it's growing too fast.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So the lifestyle here is, I mean, it's hard to beat. Just the lifestyle and just living here is hard to beat.
You think it's hard to get lazy in Florida? Because people always say you come to Florida to die. People come to Florida to die.
But you know what? I think that's a mindset, and it's all how you go. We like I said, what toy are we going to play with today? If we're playing with toys, and right now she said when we going kayaking, we haven't been kayaking. We need to go kayaking. When we already ride bikes. We ride bikes. I mean, we ride the motorcycle. Look, let's go. Let's get on and ride. We go to the Keys. Just ride. Let's go. That keeps you young. If you're moving and doing those kind of things, we're going to go for a walk a little later on tonight. That keeps you young. Just sit there and watch this. Imagine being with the one you love, and you're going to sit there and walk with her. And it's just you and her. It's quiet. There's probably nobody out there. There's traffic. The snowbirds are gone. There's really not much traffic. There's really not much traffic in our neighborhood anyway.
I got one. How often when I first moved down here, I used to track how many times I would hear a fire.
Oh my God.
Or a cop car. I would listen, and now like when I hear it, I'm like,
yes. Coming from Maryland,
right?
Well, watch this. I guess my daughter has been back here at least. She's been back here over a week, over 2. We haven't heard a fire. We haven't heard a siren. I haven't heard a siren in my house. I haven't heard a siren in months.
You don't hear it.
Don't hear it.
What about this one? What about this one? What about this one? When you're driving down the road, right? When you're driving down the road, how many times do you hit a pothole here in Florida versus up north?
Oh, yeah. That's not a lot.
But
No potholes down. Their roads down here, they do a good job on their roads. Yeah. Well, first of all, there's no salt. I took my truck. I have a truck, and I took my truck to the mechanic. He said, "Oh, this truck's from the north, huh?" I'm like, "Well, how can you tell?" He said, "It has rust on the bottom. It's rusting because of the air." The air and the salt that used to be on it, the truck is rusting under the bottom. The bottom is rusting out. So That just tells you it's literally no pothole. I mean, not saying that there aren't any, not saying that we don't have any.
But you don't see as much.
You
That's
don't see
one
much.
big notice. That's one big notice I noticed, that you don't see as much. These guys out here, they love their construction.
Oh yeah.
They love their
And
construction.
Kevin, like now, I don't know how these guys do it. It's 90 degrees, and these guys are up on the roof, or they're out pouring tar. It's like, oh, you got to be
Like regular.
like regular. It's like, no, I don't know how you do that. It's got to be 100 plus on that tarp.
Mm-hmm.
They're out there doing it. I mean,
Yeah.
it's like, but it's a lifestyle like no other. It really is.
Yeah, man. Well, Coach, I enjoy it. We've been here for a while.
Oh yeah, too long. I think we kept.
We were supposed. What time we were supposed to? 6:30. We've been here about an hour.
Yeah. I said, I see my granddaughter join. I said, she's on here.
Oh,
She's doing.
I saw Wendy. Thank you to Wendy. I saw
Thank you.
Peyton stop by. I don't know if Judea was on there. If she was still here, but I saw a couple people come by.
Yes.
When we finish up, Coach, just hit save and just hit save to IGTV, and you'll grab it from there.
Great.
But good job. I appreciate your time.
No, I
Appreciate
thank you for inviting me.
all
Thank
the
you so
time.
much. It was fun.
Yeah. Definitely, we'll do this again. We'll do it again, and we'll probably do it from like outside.
Yeah.
Yeah,
from the beach. Show them the beach, and they're like outside on the beach, just walking in the sand.
Yeah.
Really, bro. Look, my son hangs up on me, Kevin. If it's snowing up there and I call him, I say, "Hey, what's going on?" Oh, you called because it's snowing. No, I just called.
So even though
I said, okay, the temperature here is 80. Click.
Ooh.
Yeah. You know what?
I call my friend and I always say to her, I was like, "Yo, how's the weather?" She's like, Kevin. I'm like, no, it's a normal question I always ask. How's the weather?
Absolutely.
Nah.
That's a normal question.
Yeah,
That's a normal question. Well, thank you all for inviting me.
All right,
nice.
man.
Yeah, it was really nice.
Later. Thank you so much.
Thank y'all.
Save it to the IGTV and we'll talk later.
Okay, man. Have a good one.
Talk to you later. Bye-bye.